Today I wanted to do a video on how I did my Mackenzie Childs inspired pumpkins and gourds. So I'm working on one with this check design, but it's basically the same process as doing the stripes, except for obviously you just don't have the horizontal lines, and then you're not painting it off into the check. So first thing I did is took my pumpkin and I painted it an antique white, and it's called heirloom white. So I gave it a good spray with that and let that dry overnight. And the next thing I did was to go through and mix 4 drops of this light mocha apple barrel paint that I got at Walmart with 1 drop of antique white, and then with a watery brush I went and I antiqued by following down the lines, there you can see it, in the indentations in the pumpkin. And I did every indentation and kind of washed it back with the watery brush so that it just is antiqued, not actually with, defined lines. Once that was dry, using a pencil, I drew the vertical lines on the pumpkin. Now I counted to make sure that I had an even number of sections as I sectioned this off. Now some people have done it with perfect lines. I followed the contours of the pumpkin. And then I went back and I drew in the horizontal lines so that I had my checked pattern. And as you can see, some are bigger, some are smaller, and I really did like it that way. It is that way on this one, and I think it really came out cute, so that's what I went with here. I really wasn't too fussy. And then using this paint, which I believe I got at Michael's. It is from Folk Art. I do like this one much better for actually painting a solid color. It is considerably thicker than the apple barrel. That worked well for the staining or the antiquing. And then I just started and I'm going around and painting in each square. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to go ahead and seal it with polyacrylic, and I give it usually, I think I gave them like 3 coats of this Minwax polyacrylic and let it dry for a couple hours between coats. And then I embellished it by wrapping the stems, I'm going to take you over this one as well, with just some plain twine, and then I painted it with a layer of the polyacrylic and sprinkled gold glitter over it. Now for the leaves, on my Cricut Maker, I went ahead and cut out, and it is this outdoor vinyl material I had some scrap of. I cut out a couple of leaves, and then using the twine in my hot glue gun, I glued twine to it to give it more definition. Once again, I went over it with the polyacrylic and got it wet, and then sprinkled it with glitter, knocked off the excess, and that made the leaves that you see on my pumpkins. So that was the process. And the twine is all adhered with just the hot glue gun. So I hope this helps and you have some fun painting some pumpkins with a designer touch.